For much of human history, the world wasn't dominated solely by people. When the first modern humans began to spread across the continents, they encountered landscapes inhabited by giant mammals, animals that occupied the top of the ecological chains and profoundly shaped the environments in which they lived. These encounters were neither rare nor brief. For thousands of years, humans and giants shared territory, resources, and risks. One of the most emblematic of these animals was the woolly mammoth, adapted to extremely cold environments. This colossus possessed a thick layer of fur, subcutaneous fat, and curved tusks that could exceed 4 meters in length. The mammoth was a constant presence in the vast, icy steppes of Eurasia and North America, precisely the same places occupied by nomadic human groups. Archaeological evidence indicates that humans hunted mammoths in an organized and strategic way. Spears with stone tips, natural traps, and the use of land were fundamental to bringing down an animal weighing several tons. After the hunt, practically all parts of the mammoth were used. The meat served as food for long periods. The fat was essential for survival in extreme cold. The bones were used in construction of tools and structures, and the tusks served to make weapons, ornaments, and art. In some regions, shelters built almost entirely of mammoth bones, covered with hides, have been found, showing that the relationship between humans and this giant went far beyond simple hunting. In North America, another giant maintained a close coexistence with humans, the mastodon. Although similar to mammoth at first glance, the mastodon was shorter, more robust, and adapted to dense forests. Its teeth indicate a diet based on leaves, branches, and arboreal vegetation, which led it to inhabit areas near rivers and forests, environments also exploited by humans. Mastodon bones found with clear marks of stone tools suggest that humans hunted these animals or, at the very least, systematically exploited their carcasses. Hunting mastodons required cooperation, planning, and knowledge of the animal's behavior. For humans, it represented an abundant source of food and raw materials, but also a considerable risk, capable of causing deaths during poorly planned confrontations. In South America, one of the most impressive giants to share the world with humans was the Megatherium, the giant sloth. Standing upright, this animal could reach up to 6 meters in height and weigh several tons. Despite being herbivorous, it possessed enormous claws and enough strength to defend itself against large predators. Humans coexisted with Megatherium for thousands of years, and there is clear evidence of direct interaction. Tool marks found on bones suggest that humans process its meat and use parts of its body after death. Direct hunting of an adult Megatherium was probably rare and extremely dangerous, but young, sick, or cornered individuals could be killed. For humans, this animal represented both an exceptional opportunity for resources and a threat that needed to be avoided in direct encounters. Another South American giant that interacted intensely with humans was a glyptodon, a colossal relative of modern armadillos. Covered in a rigid, almost impenetrable bony carapace, the glyptodon could weigh over 2 tons. This natural armor protected it from predators, but also made it slow and predictable. Archaeological evidence indicates that humans exploited specific strategies to deal with this animal, possibly attacking less protected parts or waiting for its natural death. After death, its carapace was not discarded. There is evidence that humans reused these structures as temporary shelter, protection against wind and cold, or even as a base for campsites, showing a direct and ingenious interaction with the animal's body. In Australia, human arrival coincided with the presence of the diprotodon, the largest marsupial that ever existed. This giant, similar to a colossal wombat, could reach the size of a car and weigh over 2 tons. It inhabited open areas near water sources, precisely the same locations preferred by early Australian humans. Evidence suggests that humans hunted diprotodon, but the interaction was not limited to hunting. The systematic use of fire by humans to modify the landscape drastically altered the animal's habitat, reducing feeding areas and forcing changes in its behavior. This combined pressure, direct hunting, and environmental transformation had a profound impact on its survival. These 5 giant mammals did not live in isolation in the distant past. They shared space, resources, and time with modern humans. Each encounter between these species left deep marks on the archaeological record, in fossils, and on the very trajectory of humanity.